Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video lesson, I will be discussing an accounting lesson. So I hope everyone would learn from this. Actually, this is from the lesson 2 of Fundamentals of Accountancy, Business and Management 2. So for this is for ABM students. So in any case, if you are having, for example, you are a business ad student and then it happened that you have your lesson with income statement or statement of comprehensive income. So you are welcome to learn from this video. So by the way, if you are just new and if it is your first time to watch my video, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe on this channel, and share this video to those natingin mo na matutulungan nitong video na ito. And I hope everyone would learn from this. So let's start. So for today's lesson, we will have the statement of comprehensive income. At the end of this lesson, I hope that you would be able to review income statement elements. So later, di-discuss natin ano bang nagko-comprise sa income statement. We will now I will teach you how to prepare a single-step service income statement as well as single-step merchandising income statement. We will also prepare a multi-step merchandising income statement and we will solve accounting problems relative to the income statement. So now, let us define first what is income statement. So from the name itself, okay, income statement, it reports the company's financial performance through presenting the entity's revenues, gains, expenses, and losses for the period ended. By the way, this definition is from International Accounting Standard 1. Ayan. And if you will see it from the name itself, income, ibig sabihin, it shows the performance of the company in the financial sense. Okay, ano ang pinapakita sa income statement? It will present the revenues, the gains, the expenses, and the losses for the period ended. So, it could be, if you will see ang balance sheet kasi is usually, no, for the period ended palagi siyang December 31 tapos the year 2019, 2020 and so on. Ang income statement, you can create income statement for the period ended as well or every month or for per quarter. So for example, for the month ended January 31, 2022. So pwede 'yon. Okay? So yun. So for this lesson, we will have the monthly. Okay? So palaging ang gagawin lang natin is for the end of the month na income statement. So now, let us discuss what are the elements. Ano yung mga makikita mo na accounts in financial performance or in an income statement. So first one, of course, dahil nga income statement ito, you will see the income. Okay, ano po yung yung income? So this is the increases in economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of inflows. Okay, ibig sabihin may pumasok na pera. So that would be your income. Syempre, pag may pumasok na pera, may enhance yung assets. So if you will remember our balance sheet, 'di ba? Assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. So tumaas yung assets, bababa yung liabilities kasi may pumasok na pera, may pambayad kayo. That results in increases in equity. Okay, other than those relating to contributions from equity participants. So alam naman natin that equity is increasing kapag may nadagdag sa assets o kaya naman may kinontribute ulit yung mga shareholders o kaya yung partners o kaya yung sole proprietor. Okay, so yun. So now, it is also often referred to proceeds from the sale of merchandise. May nabenta kayo. That's also your income. You can consider that as your income. Or sa mga service company, it's rendering of professional services to clients or to your patients. Alright, so yun. So, for example, you're a lawyer, ayan, nagkaroon ka ng nag-legal service ka. So, yun. So, yung binayad sa'yo doon, professional fee mo, is your income. Dental clinic, so yung mga nagpapasta sa'yo, nagpakabit ng braces, so that would be your income as well. Okay, tandaan natin, income, it is the enhancement of assets, tataas si assets, bababa ang liabilities, pero tataas ang equity. Now, in income, it also has the following elements, or usually sa mga sa income, makikita natin itong dalawang account na ito. Una, sales return and allowances. Usually itong dalawa na to ay dinededuct or minaminus in the income. So, sales return and allowances, it is deducted from sales because this presents the return of merchandise sold, maybe due to some damages or not confirming with orders. So for example, um, nagbenta ka, may binenta kang tumbler, tapos yung tumbler na yon, yung nabenta mo ay basag. Okay, for example, ganun. O kaya naman, hindi siya gumagana. Sabi sa advertisement mo, um, hindi agad-agad lumalamig or hindi agad-agad nawawala yung lamig ng tubig doon sa loob. Pero hindi ganun yung nangyari. For example, nagkaroon ng defect, may factory defect. So, tapos binalik sa'yo. So that is, it will fall on the sales return and allowances. Paano naman kapag hindi nag-confirm or nag-conform with the orders? For example, nag-order sila ng, halimbawa, bigas yung binibenta mo, nag-order sila ng 10 kilong bigas. Sorry, ayan, nag-order sila ng 10 kilong bigas, tapos 8 kilong bigas lang yung um, inano mo sa kanila, binigay mo sa kanila. Tapos sinabi nila na, sige, hindi na kami o-order kasi hindi naman na-fulfill yung amount or yung amount ng orders na gusto namin. So, yun. So, that would fall on the sales return and allowances. Next, sales discounts. These are the incentives given to the customers for early collection of their account within the discount period. Okay? So, eto, for example, nagbebenta ka, merchandising kayo, tapos nagbenta kayo, for example, sa malaking supermarket. Tapos, ang usapan nyo nung supermarket na yun, kasi usually dyan kapag bulk yung mga kinukuha nila, hindi sila nagbabayad agad. So, ano siya, pwedeng installment, may terms, may payment terms. Ngayon, for example, ang payment terms nyo ay after 1 month. Okay? Tsaka sila magbabayad. So, pwede kang magbigay sa kanila ng incentives, for example, na, oh ma'am or sir, kapag po nagbayad kayo within, for example, 15 days o kaya within 2 weeks lang or before 1 month, ang babayaran, for example, ang babayaran nyo ay 1 million. Ang babayaran nyo na lang po ay 980,000. Okay, yung discount na yon, ayan, ibabawas nyo siya to your income. At ang tawag sa account na yon ay sales discounts. Okay, so I hope that is clear with all of us. So again, sales return and allowances and sales discounts, idine-deduct ito sa iyong gross income. Alright, so yun. So now, sabi dito, income encompasses both revenue and gains. Kanina din sa ating definition, ang pinapakita daw ng income statement ay financial performance through presenting revenues and gains. 'Di ba? So parang, ma'am, ano bang difference between revenues and gains? Okay, so revenue arises in the course of ordinary regular activities. So for example, nagbebenta ka ng teddy bear. So nakabenta kayo ng teddy bear, that is your revenue. Okay, we can consider that as revenue. Kung travel agency ka naman, nag-provide kayo ng travel services, for example, yung kita nyo doon, that would be your revenue. Alright? Now, what is gains or what are gains? These are other items that represents increases in economic benefits but does not regularly arise in ordinary business operations. For example, nakabenta ka or nagkaroon ka ng gain on the sale of your assets. So for example, hindi ka ang tinitinda nyo, for example, ay halimbawa nagma-manufacture kayo ng halimbawa, teddy bear. So, nagma-manufacture kayo ng teddy bear, tapos, ang revenue nyo doon ay kapag nakabenta kayo ng teddy bear sa isang araw. Ang gains nyo naman doon ay, for example, yung machine na ginagamit nyo to manufacture it, binenta nyo. Okay, so that is the gain on sale of assets. Hindi siya regular activities of your business. Di naman talaga kayo nagbebenta ng machines. Pero, nagkaroon kayo ng other income from that. Okay, so that would be your gains. Okay, so a merchandising company who sells their inventory, meron silang sales revenue. Pero, kapag binenta mo yung equipment mo at a higher price, ito pala, kumita ka. okay, doon sa presyo noong assets mo, that could be your gain on the sales of your equipment. Alright, so yun. So I hope that is clear with all of us. So if you will see, sa income statement, pinapakita niya ang income, okay, financial performance through the revenue and the gains. Okay, another element of financial performance or income statement is cost of goods sold. Okay, ma'am, ano naman ito? So, by the way, cost of goods sold or COGS is only present on or in a merchandising business. Okay? Kapag ka service business, wala silang cost of goods sold. Okay, so later maintindihan natin kung bakit. So what is COGS? This is the cost of manufacturing or selling the merchandise of goods or products. Okay, so si cost of goods sold, eto yung inventory. Okay, so yun. Kasama dito yung inventory. So from the name itself, cost of goods sold, presyo yung inispend nyo para mabenta or makapag-produce ng products na meron kayo. Okay? Si cost of goods sold, it includes the cost of purchases. Ibig sabihin, yung mga raw materials na binili nyo within the month or within the period kung kailan nyo ginagawa yung income statement. Ililess yung purchase returns and allowances and purchase discounts. Okay. Kanina may sales return and allowances tayo. Ganun din sa purchase. Okay. Which are both reduction from purchases. So, sige. Let's discuss both of this. So, ma'am, paano po kapag yung cost of goods sold ay may purchase returns and allowances? Ano po iyon? So, dinideduct ito sa purchases account representing the return of the merchandise due to damages or not conforming with the order. For example, bumili ka. Ikaw naman yung bumili. Kung sa sales kanina, sila yung bumili sa'yo, binalikan ka ng produkto, eto naman, ikaw naman yung nagbalik. Okay, for example, bumili ka ng raw materials mo, tapos yung raw materials na nabili mo ay may damage. So, what are you going to do with that? Siyempre, ibabalik mo. So, yun. So, that is purchase return and allowances. For example, sinabi na, okay po, either babalik na lang po namin yung portion na yon. For example, may 10 sira, ibabalik na lang po namin yung portion na yon or yung amount nung 10 materials na sira. Ayan. So, that could be purchase return and allowances. Ide-deduct mo yun, of course, sa presyo ng nabili mo or your purchases. How about purchase discount? So, these are the incentives given ulit to customers for early payment of their accounts within the given period. For example, yung binilhan mo, sinabi sa'yo na, oh ma'am, kapag kinash nyo po yan, may discount po kayo. So, that is your purchase discounts. Again, ide-deduct mo siya on the total amount of your purchases. At si purchases, naka-under siya sa cost of goods sold. Okay? So, yan. So, I hope that is clear with all of us. Now, kasama din sa cost of goods sold is si freight in. Okay, what is freight in? This refers to the transportation cost in bringing the merchandise within the premise of the business to become ready for sale. Ito naman parang shipping fee. It could be, halimbawa, sa mga courier o kaya naman, ikaw, for example, bumili kayo ng ganitong 1 ton of this material, tas ginamit niyo yung truck nyo ng business ninyo. So, yung ma-incur na cost, for example, na gas, toll, ayan. So, that would be your transportation cost. At again, kasama ito sa part of your cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Okay? So, syempre, di ba, parang sa isang negosyo, saan mo naman kukunin yon, di ba? Hindi pwedeng paluwal mo yung transportation cost. So, ipapatong mo siya doon sa cost ng goods, okay, na ibebenta mo. Ayan, that is freight in. And last one, of course, we can also see expenses on the statement of financial performance or income statement. So, ano naman to? So, kabaligtaran ng income. So, these are increases in economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of outflows. Eto, may lumabas na pera. Of course, pag lumabas yung pera, may babawasan yung assets mo kasi yung cash mo ay nasa assets or incurrences of liabilities. So, of course, kapag may liabilities na na-incur ang isang company, na-deplete yung assets. That will result in the decrease in equity other than those relating to distribution to equity participants. So alam naman natin na kapag nababawasan ng equity, it could be because of number one, may gastos, okay, na-deplete yung assets o kaya naman nag-withdraw yung owner. Okay, kung nag-withdraw siya ng pera niya, certain percentage, so that would be decrease in equity. Pero again, kapag nag-decrease yung equity, other than sa withdrawal, okay, mako-consider natin iyon as expenses. Alright? So, it encompasses both expenses and losses. Ayan, kanina kung meron tayong revenue and gains, eto naman, what are expenses and losses? Expenses are decreases in economic benefits due to, for example, salaries, rent, depreciation, and so on. So, those are expenses. Okay? Yung mga regular business activities natin. Whereas si losses naman, parang si gain din. Ayan, ang losses is it do not arise. Okay, it does not arise, yung loss natin sa company does not arise in regular business operations. Ano yung example niyan? Loss from fire, di ba? Hindi naman kayo palagi nasusunugan, nabagyo kayo, ayan. Loss from sale of assets, ito naman, for example, yung equipment na ginagamit, yung kaning na kumita ka, ito, mas mababa mo siya na benta, ayan. So, that could be, that would incur as loss of your company or loss from sale of assets. So, yun. So, those are the three elements of income statement. So, we have income, we have the cost of goods sold. Again, cost of goods sold is only for the merchandising company. And the expense, which is present palagi. So usually kapag service naman, income and expense lang ang makikita natin. Okay, so that is for the elements of income statement. Next, let us now discuss the classifications of expenses. So yon. So actually, income statement, most of the time, these are pinapresent yung mga expenses nila through first one, function of expense method. Although sa mga gagawin natin mamaya is hindi pa natin muna ipapakita ito. So yon. So I just want you to know na meron tayong or yung mga income statement is kinaklasify pa yung kanilang expenses. So first one is the function of expense method. So ano ito? Here, there is a proper classification of expenses as to first, selling or distribution expenses. So from the name itself, these are expense incurred to sell and to market the products to customers. So lahat ng expenses ninyo na related into selling or ma-promote yung products ninyo ay ang tawag doon selling or distribution expenses. Whereas, second one is the general and administrative. Okay, eto naman, hindi siya directly related to selling expenses. Pero, nai-incur pa din ng company. Kasi for example, meron kang tao sa marketing. Okay, tas may tao ka sa HR department mo. So, yung pinapasweldo mo sa HR department mo, hindi naman siya directly related to your selling expenses. Right? So, kaya magpo-fall siya on your general and administrative expenses. Minsan nilalagay na G&A. Ayan. So, kung makikita nyo ganon, ang tawag doon or ang meaning nun ay general and administrative. So, in the function of expense method ng mga income statement, makikita nyo, nakaklasify yung expenses into first one, selling or distribution. Second one is general and administrative. So, first, let us see what are some of the examples of selling or distribution expenses. For example, freight out. Ayan, kanina may freight in tayo, ngayon may freight out tayo. Ano naman to? Ito naman yung presyo ng pag-deliver mo ng products na sa iyong clients. Okay? So, yun. So, kasi freight in, transportation cost para madala sa'yo yung mga binili mo. Ito naman, para madala mo sa consumers mo yung binili nila. Ayan. So, yun. So, what else? Store supplies, uncollectible accounts, tax and licenses, ayan, sales, salaries, ayan. So, mga sweldo ng mga nagbebenta, those are directly related to the selling and the distribution expenses. Okay? By the way, we have taxes and licenses here. So, kasama rin siya sa income statement. Although, again, mamaya sa ating preparation ay hindi muna natin ito isasama. Okay? Next one, For the G&A or General and Administrative Expenses, we have utilities, 'di ba? Yung kuryente, yung tubig, hindi naman siya, for example lang, no, hindi naman siya directly related to the selling, 'di ba? Hindi naman siya ginagamit para makabenta. Pero nag-incur siya sa company. Okay, so that is considered as administrative expenses or general expenses. Rental, depreciation expense, insurance, ayan, office salaries, ayan, sabi ko nga kanina, 'di ba, yung mga nagtatrabaho sa opisina nyo, di naman sila nagbebenta talaga ng product, pero dahil employee mo sila, sinasahuran mo sila. Therefore, that is considered as G&A expenses. Okay, again, sa income statement na ang nakalagay ay function of expense method, kailangan pagdating sa expense part, nakalagay or nakaklassify na selling or distribution, tapos nakalagay yung mga accounts, freight out, ganyan, store supplies, tax and licenses, etc. And then after that, general administrative, stores, office supplies, rental expense, etc. So yun. So that is for your general and administrative expenses. And then ito total mo yan. Ayan. Tapos ililess mo sa income. So yun. So later i-discuss or ipapakita ko sa inyo yung um, format nito. Ayan. Next one is the nature of expense. Ito naman, yung operating expenses mo, hindi, ililist down mo lang siya, pero hindi na siya nakaklassify whether selling or distribution expense or general and administrative expense. So yun. So that is for the nature of expense method. And later, we will just do, okay, the nature of expense. Hindi na muna natin gagawin itong function of expense method. Alright, now, let us now discuss the main difference of the statements or the main difference of two types of companies, okay, na ginagawa natin ng income statement. So first one, of course, service company. Alam naman natin to from the name itself. You provide services para maka-generate ka ng revenue. Okay? Minsan yung mga service company, they have other income. For example, nagbenta sila ng ganito, ganyan. Pero other income na lang nila yon. Pero ang main talaga nilang income ay through service. Okay? And merchandising company naman, you sell products. Okay? And again, ang difference nilang dalawa, si merchandising company, you will see COGS or cost of goods sold, whereas si service company ay wala nito. Okay? Next, ayan. We also have two formats ng ating statement of comprehensive income. By the way, baka matanong ninyo, ma'am, ano pong difference ng dalawa? So actually, there is a quite difference between them ng income statement at statement of comprehensive income. Pero sa ngayon, we will, kasi advanced accounting pa yon. So sa ngayon, we will just think na pareho muna sila. Okay? So yun, meron ng konting inad for the statement of comprehensive income, kaya sila nagkaiba. Pero yun lang, sobrang konti lang nun. So yun. So, we have two formats here. First one is single step. Okay? Madalas ginagamit ito sa service business. Okay? Na ang service business, palaging single step. Kapag merchandising business, pwede mo itong gawin kapag ang kanilang inventory system ay perpetual. Ma'am, what is perpetual inventory system? Here, this is an inventory system that keeps track of inventory balances continuously, with updates made automatically whenever a product is received or sold, and is done as sales and inventory purchases happen. For example, may bumili sa'yo, na-track mo agad na bawasan ng isa yung particular product na ito or particular goods na binibenta ko na to. For example, nagbibenta ako ng milk tea, nakabenta ako ng isa, nabawasan agad yung bottle ko, nabawasan yung straw. Ayan. Kapag ka ganon, binabawas siya agad. Basta may nabenta, bawas. Pag may binili ka, dagdag agad. Ayan. So, that is perpetual inventory system. Kapag ka ganon ang inventory system ng merchandising business, single step lang ang gagawin. Pero, karamihan kasi sa mga businesses, lalo na pag merchandising, no, ano talaga, periodic ang inventory na kanilang ginagawa. Ano naman po ito, ma'am? Ito po ay, it uses an occasional physical count to measure the level of inventory and the cost of goods sold, and is done at the end of a period to create financial statements. So usually, we do periodic inventory system, lalo na kasi medyo matrabaho mag-inventory. Pero kung yung isang company naman ay daily, okay lang naman. Pero usually kasi talaga periodic. Why? Kasi meron lang silang, for example, once a week, once a month. Ayan, for the sake of creating the financial statements, mag-i-inventory kayo para makita nyo ilan na lang ba yung ano nyo, yung stock nyo for this particular product. So yun. So that is periodic inventory system. Again, si perpetual, you use it, or we use this or inventory system kapag we use this to automatically track. Si periodic, meron ng specific day or specific time na mag inventory kayo. Okay? So, yon. So, that is for the format of the statement of comprehensive income, as well as the elements, as well as the classifications ng ating expenses. So for my next video, I will be discussing the preparation of statement of comprehensive income. I will be providing the link on the description section. So I hope that you learned, okay, dito sa introduction natin sa statement of comprehensive income. So um, thank you so much for listening, and see you on my next video.